Cristina.
When I first started this class, it was horrifying to think that I had to come up here by myself and speak for 2 minutes. And I'm sure most of you felt the same way. Now, coming up here and speaking for 7 minutes just seems kind of like a drag, more than anything, more than scary, more than those feelings that I originally had. After being here quite a few times by myself, having to speak, and I'm sure that all of you can feel the same way, and after watching yourself on DVDs and seeing the progress that you've made, and reading your instructor and peer evaluations, it's gotten a lot easier. I still feel the nervousness and a little shaky, but nothing compared to the first speech. In each speech, I've learned something different, something important that has helped me become a better person. Whether it was because of the research, or the interviews, or the evaluations, the reading logs, the thoughts of the week, almost everything we've done in this class I now see has a purpose. In each speech, I learned something different. In my first speech, I talked about my mom, and I realized just how emotional I could get while speaking about something that is not easy to talk about. In speech number 3, because speech number 2 didn't come through, speech number 3, I learned more about Gandhi, someone that I respect, I look up to. I can't imagine what he had to go through to do everything that he did for India. And the research that I did on him and his speeches was just insane. In speech number 4, I learned, because of the interviews, what people are looking for in a hairdresser from a customer's point of view. Because, yeah, it matters from an employer's, but even more from a customer's. They're the one that's going to pay you. They're the one that's going to walk out happy or sad. And by personal experience, one of the worst things is to have a bad haircut. In speech number 5, live community speeches, it seemed boring. It seemed everything. And when I actually went, I learned a lot that I didn't know was going on in my community. I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about things that I hadn't thought about in a long time. In speech number 6 with Derek, we talked about what we've learned here at Clover Park Tech, and I couldn't speak long enough about what I've learned here, I think. I've learned a lot about the past speeches and the live speeches and the critiques that I had to do for them. It showed me how much preparation goes into speeches. It showed me how much past speeches have influenced our present and our future, and how much present speeches affect how we feel about ourselves. And then there's a lot of random things in all of our portfolios, like thoughts for the week, humor, ideas, reading logs, stuff that until I actually did it, I was like, what is this for? I didn't get it. Thoughts for the week. It made me realize how many important things I think about, how much things matter, the importance of them, I guess. The reading log, I read my Cosmo magazine, and I looked up something in the dictionary, but even more importantly, when my mom was sick, I stood next to her and read her Charlotte's Web. And I'm gonna start crying. And it just made